Hello, my name is Ryan Zakos. This is David Zakos. We are brokers with Zakos Realty out of Sarasota County in downtown Sarasota, Florida. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the differences of Lakewood Ranch, Venice, and Sarasota. My father, David, was a police officer for 25 years here in Sarasota County. I was born and raised in Sarasota, and I, like him, have lived in Venice and Sarasota and in Lakewood Ranch. He lives currently on Venice Island. I currently live in Lakewood Ranch, so I thought it would be a very valuable video to be able to talk to you about the differences of those areas and why I ultimately chose to live in Lakewood Ranch and why he ultimately chose to move from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. I want to kind of dialogue with him, ask him some questions on what things and topics that I believe you might find of interest. So diving right in, what are your thoughts on, out of those three locations, what do you believe are the area that has the best restaurants?
Great question. Probably downtown Sarasota has the best restaurants overall, although there's many good restaurants in Lakewood Ranch from living there as well, the Main Street area, and I'd say those two. Not to say that Venice doesn't have great restaurants, but probably not the quantity that those two places do.
And I agree. I think Sarasota by far has the best restaurants. There is one of my favorite Italian restaurants here in Venice Island, and then there's some favorites that I have as well in Lakewood Ranch, but I think hands down, you can find any ethnic food and quality restaurants in downtown Sarasota, so I agree with that statement. Next thing is, what area do you believe has the most things to do?
I think Venice has the most things to do just because of the number of beaches that are here and the bike trail. You've got the Dog Beach, you've got Casperson Beach, you've got jetties, Venice Beach, just a lot of things to do, biking trails. So to me, I think Venice has probably the most to do, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Lakewood Ranch, Venice, and Sarasota all have tons of things to do. I probably lean more towards Sarasota in general just because Sarasota has the performing arts, comedy theater, Oslo theater for like Broadway shows, and obviously the performing vanways of performing arts. And so, I think there's a lot going on in downtown Sarasota. But I also get the parks and amenities and recreation that Sarasota County offers here in Venice as well. So, the next thing is, where do you think has the best beaches? What area?
Siesta Key's always been known for the best beach, and I think it definitely has the best beach. Siesta Key, Turtle Beach, Crescent Beach. The number and proximity of the beaches in and around Venice, like I mentioned before, I think you just have more beaches closer, easier to get to, less population. So for that sense, to get to them and away from them is better, but overall I'd say Sarasota, Siesta Key has the best beaches.
I agree. I think Sarasota has a large variety of type of beaches, from your commercial white sand Siesta Key to the remote or more remote, Turtle Beach. It's on the same island, and Lido. I love Venice beaches. I love the more of a natural feel down here, so it's very appealing, and it seems quieter as well. So I get the draw for Venice. So I can kind of go with both of them, but I think Sarasota historically has been the name tagged to all the best beaches, especially even in the whole country. So you kind of hard to go against that one. Regarding best downtown, what area do you think has the best downtown area?
I think Sarasota downtown definitely has the best downtown. It's the biggest, most expansive. You got the Bayfront Park there. You got the new Bayfront area that's being developed or will be developed. So I think definitely the best downtown is Sarasota. Lakewood Ranch has a tiny downtown, has things to do. A lot of people that visit there tell me they love it, but Sarasota has the best downtown. Venice has a small downtown, so I guess I wouldn't even call it downtown, but it's a quaint little village.
Sarasota is, a city. It has a lot more things to do in the downtown area. But I do love the draw of Venice Ave Strip and the historical downtown down there, and it feels almost like a little island town to me. So I like that, of the ability to kind of walk that strip and grab a coffee and ice cream and listen to some live music out there. So I love that. Kind of, it feels like you're getting away from the hustle and bustle. So I appreciate that about Venice, and Lakewood Ranch is kind of, it's a really tiny downtown area, and there are some restaurants where you can sit outdoor and listen to live music, but I feel like it doesn't really hold a candle to the other two areas. So that's my opinion there. And the next one regarding downtown, What area do you believe has the most like small town, quaint, relaxed atmosphere for kind of a township feeling?
I would say Venice definitely has the quaintest little downtown feel. Second, Lakewood Ranch, and then of course Sarasota's bigger, more metropolitan. But probably people coming from big metropolitan cities, Sarasota is a small, quaint downtown. But in my opinion, Venice.
I think, like I just talked about, the ability to walk one little strip, and how many areas in the whole state of Florida can you walk from dinner to watch the sunset at the beach? It's kind of remarkable that you can do that, and it's a true beach, Gulf Coast beach, where you're only looking over the Gulf of Mexico, over the water there. So it's a great kind of island feel, and I love that small town feel for Venice Island. Mm-hmm. What area has the best parks in your opinion?
Probably, well, all of Sarasota County has great parks. I just really, being here for so long, the Parks and Rec department's phenomenal. Lakewood Ranch probably has the best parks overall because they have variety for the different families. They've got Adventure Park and the little community parks and lots of bike trails. If you consider the communities in general with all the trails and fitness type of things, I'd say Lakewood Ranch.
Yep, and I would kind of be torn between Sarasota and Lakewood Ranch. I think, Venice does a good job on having the beach parks. Like, there's a lot of state beaches that are considered parks in Venice, but for the trails, the hiking, the walking, the bike riding, even the dog parks and things like that, it seems like Lakewood Ranch and even some Sarasota parks offer both of them. So, the best schools. What area do you think has the best schools for all these
I've
areas?
always favored Sarasota County schools. Working as a school resource officer for years, I just know that the quality schools. One of the best known schools in our area is Pineview, which is a school for the gifted in Sarasota County, mid-county. But Sarasota County Schools has great programs in all the schools and high quality teachers. So I'm going to say Sarasota County in general, as the school district is countywide.
And I agree. I think Sarasota County has some really good schools, but I'm leaning toward Lakewood Ranch in this category, because if you're living in Lakewood Ranch and under the township of Lakewood Ranch, you could almost live anywhere in any of the 29 neighborhoods in Lakewood Ranch and be in a A-rated school, whether it's elementary, middle, or high school. So even though you have the Pine Views in Sarasota County, which are the most highly rated in all of the U.S., it's, there are some zones within Sarasota County that don't have good school zones, that aren't the best schools, where Lakewood Ranch, they're all very good schools, and you almost can't live in Lakewood Ranch and not be in a good school. So that's what I appreciate that about Lakewood Ranch for sure. And then what area, I think this is an interesting question. We hear this often in our industry, but what area do you think has the most upside regarding real estate? If you're making a real estate purchase, whether it's you're a young professional moving here, a young family moving here, or a retiree moving here?
That is a great question, because there's so many different areas I think that have upsides, and right now I think our whole coast, in my opinion, even though the prices are up, it still has great upside potential. I've just been here for so long, I see what's happening. It just continues to be more and more sought after. So I'm going to pick probably Venice, because of the proximity to so many neighborhoods to the beach. When you get to downtown Sarasota, proximity to the beaches, the price points are really up there. So I think potential growth, in my opinion, in and around Venice.
Yeah. I think Venice offers the most bang for the buck. I think Sarasota's price points have gone up dramatically here in the last couple of years, and Venice has kind of been a tick behind Sarasota, and being that it's so close to downtown Sarasota, so close to the beaches, I think that you can still find some great value being as close as you are to the beach and close to all the amenities in Venice. So I do think that you can get the most bang for your buck in Venice, personally. I think there is the most upside there. I do think that Sarasota offers, like you said, some steals, if you want to call it that, or some wonderful locations where you might be able to find something that is only going to appreciate because of its closeness or proximity to everything as well. So you can definitely, both areas are great. I think the downfall with Lakewood Ranch is, I think there's 29 neighborhoods in Lakewood Ranch. I think 24 of them still have new construction going on.
Yeah, they're growing Lakewood Ranch as crazy. So future appreciation there, I don't think is great, because it just keeps expanding. So you're competing against existing neighborhoods and all the new neighborhoods that just keep popping up.
Yeah, and in the next 5-10 years, as they continue to develop these things, if you want to resell your home, you're competing against that new construction. So I agree with you. I think that the upside in real estate is going to be closer to the coast, and you're going to find that probably in the Venice and Sarasota areas. So that's kind of the questions that we had. Now I want to end this little video and segment regarding kind of asking, what do you like most about Venice? What do you like most about Sarasota? What do you like most about Lakewood Ranch? And why then did you ultimately choose to sell your home in Lakewood Ranch and move to Venice?
I guess being in Sarasota, raising our family in Sarasota, it just had the right feel for us. I think everything's close by, proximity, a lot to do. Lakewood Ranch, also a lot to do, but I think just the proximity to the beach, it seems like, in my case, and I think a lot of people I talk to get to the beach from Lakewood Ranch are 35 minutes, and that's not if there's traffic. So ultimately decided that as we got older, I think just truly valuing, trying to slow down, trying to enjoy the beaches, the natural beauty that we have, and Venice provided that. We're currently about a half a mile from the beach, and we get there 2 or 3 times a week to watch the sunset or walk in the morning. So I think that's what ultimately drove us in this direction.
Yeah, and I think what I love about each community is, what I love about Venice is that small town, island type feel, vibe. It slows you down. You can enjoy natural beauty like you talked about, and that's what ultimately drove you here. What I enjoy about Sarasota is the amenities. In 5 minutes, you can be to the beach or downtown, and you can go to a comedy theater or play, and there's a lot going on there. So I love that about Sarasota. And Lakewood Ranch, what I love about it is it's suburbia. It's clean. It's quiet. It's place where, like you talked about, being the second or first fastest growing multi-gen community in the whole entire United States. So I love that in Lakewood Ranch everything's new, and the oldest neighborhood in Lakewood Ranch was built in the mid-90s. So I love the newness, the cleanliness, the safety, the school districts. Everything about Lakewood Ranch is what drove us there. Now having 2 young kids and having the parks and all that at our fingertips has been what's drawing us there. I don't know if that's where we're going to end up forever, but it's definitely a place where we see ourselves now. And then kind of the opposite of the spectrum, I see why obviously you left Lakewood Ranch and then went to ended up in Venice. So that's kind of our take on Venice, Sarasota, and Lakewood Ranch. Want to talk to you and collaborate a little bit about where our heads are at and regarding why we live where we live and the differences between the 3 different cities. So if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. We hope to be a resource for you, and hopefully we get to meet you soon.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks.